Yo, what is up everybody? It's the World Travel, back with another video. Today we're traveling, virtually, to the city by the bay, San Francisco. We're not just talking about the Golden Gate Bridge or Alcatraz, we're uncovering hidden stories, weird facts, the stuff they don't print in guidebooks. Whether you've been to San Fran a million times or just dreaming of that sourdough bread, get ready to have your mind blown. Let's do this thing! Alright, let's kick things off with the star of the show. The Golden Gate Bridge. Those orange towers piercing the fog, it's like the city's logo. But it's more than just a pretty face. Built in 1937, it was the longest and tallest suspension bridge, spanning 1.7 miles. Imagine the engineering it took to pull that off. We're hopping a ferry to Alcatraz. This place needs no introduction, right? The Rock, America's most notorious prison, home to Al Capone. You've seen the movies, you know the drill, but Alcatraz is more than just a concrete cage. Hold up, that fortune cookie you crack open at the end of every Chinese takeout meal? Yeah, it's as American as apple pie, sort of. Turns out the fortune cookie was popularized in San Francisco in the early 1900s by Japanese immigrants. Riding the rails, San Francisco's cable cars. Now let's talk about getting around. Forget Uber and electric scooters. In San Francisco, you ride the cable cars. This isn't just a tourist trap, these are living history, clanging up and down these hills since the 1870s. Shaking things up since 1849. Time for a little history lesson, but don't worry, it's exciting. San Francisco sits on the San Andreas Fault, so earthquakes are their thing. Not just little tremors, but the big one, the 1906 earthquake that leveled the city. The Painted Ladies, San Francisco's postcard perfect row. Back to the pretty stuff. If you've seen a postcard of San Francisco, it likely featured the Painted Ladies. This iconic row of Victorian houses in pastel colors is like stepping back in time, but these beauties weren't always so picture perfect. Hold on tight, we're navigating Lombard Street, the crookedest street in the world. This one-block stretch has 8 hairpin turns, designed to help cars navigate the steep hill. All this sightseeing is making me hungry. Good thing San Francisco is a foodie's paradise. And I'm not just talking about Michelin star restaurants, although they've got plenty. I'm talking about the classics, like San Francisco's famous sourdough bread. You know what they say about San Francisco, right? If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. But you can almost always count on the fog. That thick fog creeps in through the Golden Gate, like the city's own blanket of mystery. One of the coolest things about San Francisco is its neighborhoods. From the hipster haven of the Mission District to the Italian charm of North Beach, there's a neighborhood for everyone. Each has its own vibe, its own story to tell. Step back to 1776 to the oldest structure in San Francisco, Mission Dolores. From Spanish missionaries to the gold rush, this place has seen it all. When you think of tech, you probably think Silicon Valley, right? But San Francisco is where the magic started. This city has been a hotbed of innovation for decades, from the early days of the internet to the rise of social media giants. Time for a sweet treat. There's no sweeter place in San Francisco than Ghirardelli Square. This historic chocolate factory is now a foodie's paradise, packed with shops, restaurants, and Ghirardelli chocolate. We've already talked about the cable cars, but San Francisco has a whole bunch of other cool ways to get around. Like their historic streetcars, these vintage beauties have been clanging through the city streets for over a century now. Let's wrap up with a blast from the past, the Summer of Love. In 1967, San Francisco was the epicenter of the counterculture movement, a time of peace, love, and rock and roll. Thousands flocked to Haight-Ashbury, embracing the hippie lifestyle. So there you have it, 15 fascinating facts about San Francisco that prove this city is so much more than meets the eye. From its iconic landmarks to its quirky neighborhoods, San Francisco constantly surprises and delights. It's a place where you can wander for hours, discovering hidden alleyways, stumbling upon street art masterpieces, and soaking up the electric atmosphere. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or just looking for an adventure, San Francisco has something for everyone. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to our channel for more travel adventures. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite fact about San Francisco is. Until next time, keep exploring.